An elderly statesman receiving a standing ovation. Former Nigerian President Olusegun Obasanjo pulled off a diplomatic coup when he and his team were able to bring the Ethiopian warring parties to agree on the peace process. And he did not shy away from challenging these members of the Pan-African Parliament.
But you have power, and don't let anybody curtail your power.
Obasanjo's appeal to the African MPs to work hard to remain relevant.
And you must get yourself out of that handicap. And to the extent that you do not utilize your power to achieve the objectives that are set out when your institution was established, you will be going to, or you'll be accused of dereliction of duty and failing to achieve the objectives set for the Pan-African Parliament.
He just returned from Nairobi, Kenya, where Ethiopian peace talks are continuing. Obasanjo came to brief the Pan-African Parliament about his recent peace agreement. The AU mediator in the Horn of Africa says achieving peace and security is central.
At the end, the agreement itself was very detailed on principles, but left a little bit of flexibility on the content. For instance, we talk of disarmament of heavy weapons, artillery, tanks, and all that.
One of the founding fathers of the AU was also involved in the Great Lakes region to try and bring peace in that important part of Africa. The current standoff between Rwanda and the DRC has brought fears that the Great Lakes region will slide into a protracted conflict.
The only thing is to make sure we do not make mistake of allowing history to repeat itself. Then there are those who are genuine criminals, real criminals. They move from either Burundi into DRC, or from DRC into Burundi, or from Uganda into DRC and Rwanda. Now, those are people. There's also the what I would call the economic underpinning. There's no doubt that DRC is a very rich country.
For PAP members, it was time to reflect.
We feel energized. He has pumped into us more fuel to be able to stand on a solid ground. Listening to him as a founder of the Pan-African Parliament, and clearly knowing that he's one of the brains behind the establishment of Pan-African Parliament, and he still has what's called institutional memory, how this institution came about.
Khumalo, SABC News, Johannesburg.